All right, let's get this thing going. Guys, thank you for joining me on this webinar. My name's Brandon Cunningham. I am a Master Pro 10 with the company of LifeVantage, and I'm excited that you have decided to join us here tonight for a few minutes to hear more about an amazing company that is offering you and I some benefits that we feel obligated to share with people. We know how important our health is. We know how important it is that we help people around us improve their health. People are just living longer. We're going to get into that a little bit tonight in our presentation. But, you know, years ago, the life expectancy was 65, 67, 68, 69, maybe 70. Now it's late into the 80s and into the 90s and soon beyond that. And the question you need to be asking yourself is, am I making decisions today for my health and my finances that's going to support that kind of life? Guys, if you're in your 60s, you still have a long ways to go. And it's not one where you have to be unable to do the things you want. That's why we're so excited to share this information with you tonight. I don't know if you were invited here to hear specifically about a product or products or the opportunity. I am going to condense them into one short message and do it as rapidly as I can. I know you guys are busy and tonight's a very precious time. And again, I know I mentioned something a little earlier. I'd be remiss if I didn't say, guys, keep everybody out in Houston in your thoughts. The whole state of Texas, that whole Gulf Coast, very used to rain and weather, but this is pretty strong out there. And for my fellow business partners and friends, guys, we're going to take care of you. The LifeVantage family is just that. It's a family. I know almost a year to the date, there were floods in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and the team, the business partners all rallied together and went out and helped. And I am sure, if not already you're benefiting from it, you will benefit just by being a part of what we're doing as a family here, because it truly is. It's different. It's different, and we're thinking about you guys. So let's jump into this tonight. Let me share my screen. We're going to go through a PowerPoint tonight with a little bit different approach. As I said earlier, the name of the company is LifeVantage, and you may or may not have ever heard of nutrigenomics. You're going to hear more about it tonight than maybe you've heard ever before. Nutrigenomics is not very complicated. It's just the science of nutrition and genetics. And when I say nutrition, things in your diet or things in nature, compounds, herbs, and how they can affect your gene expression. What your dad or your mother or your people that are older than you and your genealogy, what they suffered from physically, no longer necessarily going to be your path through nutrigenomics. It's an exciting science, and we're going to be talking quite a bit about it. But I want to take you guys through a little bit of a journey tonight. And you're like, what's this, right? I wanted to start here because the question is pretty, rattle you a little bit. Where were you September 4th, 1998? I don't know where I was. Google knew where they were. That's when they became Google, okay, 1998. And I was talking to my wife about this tonight, and I don't even know what we did before Google. Like when I wanted to find something out, I guess I went to a phone book. I mean, some of the kids out there are like, what's a phone book? But I remember a phone book where you had to look for a phone number or an address. And now if you need something, what do we say? Just Google it, right? Well, did you get to take advantage of Google? Better question is, did you pay attention to September 4th, 1998 when they launched? And the answer for me is no, not at all. It probably wasn't until the early 2000s or mid 2000s where I was paying attention to Google. All right. And so, but here's what's happened. Look at the date. This is Fortune magazine, February 2nd, 2007. Look at the title, guys. Google tops Apple as the world's most valuable brand. $1.9 billion last year. Right, guys, listen. We probably didn't give Google enough attention, did we, in 1998? And look what happened. Right now, it's the world, one of the world's, if not the largest, because I know Apple and Google kind of go back and forth. It's time to pay attention to things, right? When someone may have told you in 1998 hey, you're going to go online. Maybe you were still trying to figure out what online even meant, the web, and you're going to type in a search engine. And you're like, a search engine? What's a search engine? Like, only thing I know is that the engine is in my car, right? A search engine, and it's going to give you this information. Well, now everybody knows what search engines are. They're actually a major aspect of commerce, right? There is a lot of money being made by people going in and typing things and finding what you're looking for, right? And so this is just proof, guys, that we need to pay attention. And even though things may not make sense to us, or maybe we're like, what? I don't know, that seems complicated. I hope I'm making the point clear that we probably should pay attention to things, especially when people close to us bring it to our life. Because the people close to you care about you, and they've already probably researched the heck out of this, would never have put this in front of you unless they really were sure about what this is. And I'm going to take you on a little bit of a journey tonight. You've probably never heard of biohacking. If you've heard of biohacking, that means you are very hip to your health and what's going on in the world. And it's really the art and science of optimizing your body, your mind, and performance with systems, right? Through biology and technology. And I know that sounds like crazy, kind of like a search engine, but stick with me, guys, because you are going to hear a lot about biohacking, and that's what we are as a company at LifeVantage. We're not just a company that produces a product that reduces oxidative stress. You'll hear more about that. But tonight is about you being educated about something that is going to be huge in the future, and you're hearing about it tonight. What, August 28th, 2017 may be a big date in your life if you will just be open-minded, right? They say a parachute only works when it's open. Your mind only works when it's open, okay? And so let's jump into this, guys, with a video that will give you a brief overview of nutrigenomics.
Take a deep breath. Hold it. Now gently exhale. Ironically, while oxygen is necessary for all human life, it is also the element that is at the root of the aging process. That's because oxidative stress, which is a toxic level of reactive oxygen in your cells, is one of the primary causes of cell damage and the adverse effects of aging. It's almost as if your cells were slowly rusting from the inside. There's no stopping the process, but as with rust, there are ways to slow it down, to inhibit the aging process, and even reverse oxidative stress. It's called nutrigenomics, the science of using nutrition and naturally occurring compounds to affect gene behavior and attack the root causes of aging. Another root cause of aging is the depletion of mitochondria in your cells as you age. Mitochondria that are the powerhouses or engines of your cells. Nutrigenomics delivers a one-two punch that creates stronger cells that are better equipped to fight the effects of aging by using the NRF2 pathway to help the body produce more antioxidants and using the NRF1 pathway to boost mitochondrial production, which inhibits the aging process and increases the energy level in your cells. Aging is inevitable. The rust comes back. The engine loses some power. But now we don't have to take aging lying down. LifeVantage's study of nutrigenomics fights the root causes of aging to help people look and feel younger, naturally. LifeVantage, at the forefront of nutrigenomics.
So hopefully that gives you a little bit of a picture of what we're talking about, the science that's behind it, and the ability to upregulate genes, survival genes, that hasn't happened since you were much younger. This is what it looks like, guys, when something is oxidizing. This is nature's effect of oxidation and oxidative stress. You've seen it happen before, and the same thing is happening in your body. And there are genes and cells in your body that are there strictly to slow this process down, and it's what Protandim gets going again, right? Through a NRF2 pathway, NRF2 pathway. It is the gateway to your health. If you don't know about NRF2, you need to know, guys. There's a lot of research on NRF2, and just know that Protandim, our flagship product that we own, is the world's most potent and well-studied and documented, proven product to work. It's amazing what it does, and people ask me sometimes, well, how long should I take Protandim? And I say, well, how long do you plan on breathing? Like, you know, your refrigerator. The refrigerator preserves your food. It doesn't make it taste better. How long do you need to preserve food? As long as you need to eat. It's a pretty simple concept, guys. And here's the proof. This is what makes us different. When someone says, well, why or how are you different? Guys, this is not hype. This is not testimonies. This is proof at the university level. PubMed.gov is the U.S. National Library of Medicine. Go into the search engine. Search engine. You know what that is today. In 1998, you probably didn't know what that was. I didn't know what it was. You can go in the search engine of PubMed.gov, type in Protandim, 23 university studies. Guys, there are companies with billions of dollars of revenue that don't even have 1 or 2 studies, maybe a couple, not 23. We're really excited about what this is because we are sure that when we share this product, we know that you are getting the best thing you can possibly get to fight oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is a big deal, guys. It's huge for your health. It's part of why we age. And now we know when you take Protandim, within hours of taking Protandim, your cells start to protect themselves better. And in 30 days, the science is in 30 days, we reduce your oxidative stress by 40%, 40% in 30 days. Outstanding, and that's why we are excited to share this information. If you care about your health, get on the product. Protandim is an amazing part of what we are trying to accomplish by biohacking the aging code, guys. And it's just an element of it, all right? There's really 3 basic things that we really need to concern ourselves with that are associated with many parts of our health. One is inflammation. That's what you see illustrated there with the red areas, right? Inflammation is a big deal. You should be concerned about it and looking for ways to improve it. What about being tired? Or that's just a symptom of dysfunctional mitochondria, the brain fog, trying to remember names, trying to remember where your car keys are. That's a problem. If you don't think so, go to a convenience store and just ask yourself, why is there coolers and coolers full of energy drinks? Because people are tired, but it's not the sugar they need. They need to fix the mitochondria dysfunction in their body. We can do that. And the third thing is your gut. And probiotics have really gained some momentum over the last few years. Some people call your gut your second brain. It is a fact that if you have a healthy gut, you feel better, you're not as bloated, your body functions better, and it's part of how we are biohacking the aging code in these 3 areas. And we're doing it with what we call the activated essentials. These 3 products, guys, and they come as a bundle to your door with a subscription, just like the Shaving Club or what used to get magazines, right? Maybe some of you still get magazines to your house through a subscription. It's cheaper that way. It's wholesale that way. And you get free shipping. Those 3 products to your door, an amazing way to biohack your health with all natural products. We're really excited about it. It has amazing science. And I'm sure that you will be very, very happy when you get on these essentials and let them go to work for you, right? I'm going to show you some pictures here. Let's see if it's these next ones. In a second, we'll get to it. I'll show you some pictures of nutrigenomics working. Blow your mind, right? We've taken, though, those 3 products into some other product lines. What you saw is kind of the combination of a couple lines. But we have the Axial line. It's I call it brain juice. It's nutrigenomics for the brain. We have a skincare line. Your largest organ is your skin. And from a product standpoint, guys, they all are rooted in science with the purpose of activating NRF2 and extending life. That's a big statement, isn't it? We have a complete approach to anti-aging, wellness, and longevity. I want you to start thinking about longevity, because sometimes when you tell people, hey, you know, we're going to make you live longer, they're not excited about that because they're thinking, I already don't feel good now. I don't want to live longer like this. No, 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 no. We're talking about changing the way you feel. We're talking about extending healthy lifespan. What if you were 80 or 90 and you felt like you were 50? Would you be interested? Of course you would. And that is exactly what we're talking about. I'm going to blow your mind in a second with what I'm going to show you, but just know that we have patents on these products, and I just showed you some of the university research. That's key, guys. That's what makes us different. There's going to be a lot of people coming and knocking on the door saying we've got the same thing, and then we're going to say, prove it. Prove it with your science. We've got the science, guys, and we're moving forward at a rocket ship pace into biohacking the aging code. It's an amazing thing that we're doing. Here is nutrigenomics working for the skin. I could talk all night. Pictures say 1,000 words, right? A baby, a lady with skin issues. Look at that, guys. It's amazing what nutrigenomics can do. Here's nutrigenomics working on the skin. Again, different type situation, not psoriasis, but something probably all of us have dealt with and would rather not deal with. That's nutrigenomics working on the skin. Here it is again. And the reason you see skin pictures is it's easy to see that, right? You can't really see what's going on the inside, but you can see what's going on the outside. Amazing stuff. Here's our physique weight management line. I know this guy. I mean, that's for real. That's not photoshopped. That's for real. And good job, Mark. This one's mind-blowing too. Tommy is just, you know, I'll tell you this. You can't get those results just in the gym. You can't. You're not going to out-work out your fork, guys. And so our physique line is just that. It's a way to change and control your diet. We're not talking about starving yourself. It's a management program, something you can stay on. Tell you what, that's a seller for me for the probiotic, right? I'm on the probiotic. I love that stuff. This is, I mean, if you're a parent, this is a 9-year-old's handwriting. If you have kids or know someone with kids, you know that kids are fighting adult diseases these days, especially with mental clarity and focus. This is about a week or two on our products. This is nutrigenomics working in a week or two for focus and concentration. If you're a parent, your ears just perked up. I know they did, right? And so maybe you're thinking, man, I should be on this, but maybe you're thinking a lot of people should be on these products. And I agree, they should. They're fantastic products. And now I want to transition into the second portion of this thing that I think we all would admit to, and that is, if we're going to live longer, we probably need to think of our finances differently, right? If you're going to live to 90, we need to be making decisions today financially. Like retirement at 65, well, great. What are you going to do for the next 25 to 35 or longer years? Hopefully not burden our children, right? And so we need to start planning for a different method of earning money. One that is available to you today that many people are not taking advantage of. It's called residual income. It's where you're no longer trading hours for dollars. And that's what this is about, guys. This company is called LifeVantage. It was started publicly, went public in 2003, but we went to this subscription model, right, where it's wholesale and it shows up to your door. People are tired of going to the malls. If you don't believe that, just ask why all the JCPenney's and Kmart's and all these other retail stores are shutting down. It's because of the subscription model where packages are showing up at the door. We realized that in 2009. We didn't realize that in 2017 or 2016. We've been in the subscription model since 2009, guys. We saw it coming. And we're excited that the rest of the world understands now. We are the world's leader. LifeVantage is the world's leader in nutrigenomics and NRF2 activation. Again, you're going to hear that word NRF2, guys. There is so many things I could share with you about NRF2. It is the gateway to your health. If you want to improve your health, start with activating NRF2 and see what happens. We sit on a very strong foundation of subscriptions, to be honest. About, I think, 85% of the company's revenue is subscriptions. People just using the product because they want to improve their health. And from a financial standpoint, I can't even begin to tell you how important that is for the stability of a company. Our management that we have it's beyond belief what we have right now. I'll tell you, our CEO, Darren Jensen, is a man that I fully put my trust in. I've been around this company for almost 8 years. He's not the first CEO, but he is the most talented and experienced one we've ever had at this company. I learn from him every time I'm around him. The guy is cool as a cucumber. Again, I don't want to take the time to tell stories, but he's a true friend of mine. I love doing business with him because I trust him. He's an amazing guy running this thing. And if you want to know about Darren, he's been around this thing for decades, not the company, but what we do as a profession, with an unbelievable resume. And he's brought on a staff, specifically Ryan Goodwin, in our marketing department, that is using technology to advance sales. Guys, we are using these things to run our business with a family of apps. We're going to talk about that in a second. Everything you need is right here. If you got a computer, that's okay, but everything is right here that you can use to this business on the run, so that you can, keep doing plan A that may not be working too well. Guys, I'm telling you, if you've been working a job for more than 10 years or 15 years and you're nowhere near retirement, if I was you, I would just come to the conclusion that it may not be working the way you wanted it to, and you might want to start a plan B that could possibly be a plan A, right? The saying is, dig the well before you're thirsty. And the problem is, most people just become very thirsty financially before they've dug the well. Start the plan B, guys, while you're working on plan A, and we'll help you maybe turn plan B into plan A if you want to. This may not be for everybody. It certainly was for me. My wife and I have been married almost 25 years, 2 kids. I owned 6 businesses, 6 different corporations, 6 different tax returns when I was invited to take a look at this. So please don't tell me you're too busy. We all have 24 hours. I didn't have 30 hours a week. I had 24 like you. No one is too busy for their future and their family. Make it a priority, right? And so these apps and the technology is allowing the most busy person to take advantage of this opportunity. And here's the wake-up call. Warren Buffett. If you don't know who he is, I don't know when this was taken, but he's worth billions. At the time, at this shot, he was worth $66.7 billion. And he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. So just ask yourself, guys, are you making money while you sleep? Are you only making money when your hands are engaged in the work, or trading hours for dollars? If you don't go to work, do you get paid? Do you get paid on the work you did 5 years ago? Warren Buffett does. And I'm not saying you got to make $1 billion. What I am saying is the model of trading hours for dollars will probably not get you where you want to get. Guys, the average savings of a 65-year-old is $42,000. How long will $42,000 last? It's not long enough, unless you have money coming in because of the work you've done before. That's what this is about. This is about building a network. It's about building a pipeline of people that want to consume products for their own health, and some will see the opportunity and want to share. I wish someone had given me the opportunity to share the ability or opportunity of Google. My life would be different. This is what it takes. Nothing is for free. Nothing is easy. If you're going to join us and become profitable and be eligible for commissions, yes, there is an entry to do that. There's things that you have to do to qualify for that. There's 3 different ways in the company. Our Platinum Pack is the pack that is chosen by most of our entrepreneurs that see the vision. And what I tell people is, how big is your vision? How much of this piece of the pie do you want? How much of Google would you have wanted, right? Our Platinum Pack is $1,200. Our Gold Pack is $600. Our Silver Pack is $300. If you could go back to 1998, I don't know, how much would you have invested with Google? $300 or $1,200? Pretty easy question in hindsight, right? You wouldn't have put 1,200, 12,000. Maybe you would have got everything because you know what it is today. And so the beauty with us is, guys, the majority of what you purchase is product that you get to launch your business with, right? And put what I call nutrigenomics working for you. Do you want a little bit of nutrigenomics working for you? Get the silver kit. If you want a lot of nutrigenomics working for you, get the platinum kit, guys. So how do you make money? Well, we have what's called a Smart Start bonus, which you earn 40% of, right? So whatever is purchased in your personal enrollments, the people that you bring to the business, customers or distributors, you earn 40%, guys, all right? Now, let's get to that Warren Buffett money, because this happens once. This was designed at a very high commission. This is not sustainable commissions for the company month over month over month, except for on the first purchase. So this is the first purchase. But let's get to that Warren Buffett money. This is just emails given to me from Delta and Chase Bank. Delta, if you look in red there, they want me to refer my friends now, and they're going to give me some bonus miles. Okay, I love Delta. Love Delta. They don't pay me anything to say that, but they treat me well. Chase Bank, look in the green. They want me to invite my friends now, and if I do so and my friends join Chase Bank, they're going to give me $50, okay, which is good. It's better than zero, right? And so these are multi-billion-dollar firms that know the power of relationships and referrals. And that is exactly what we're talking about, except we're not talking about just bonus miles or $50. LifeVantage on average is going to pay you about 5% of the purchases of your entire network, not just in one leg or one party, or we're talking the whole enchilada, guys. And so people ask me all the time, you know, how's this work? It's like this, guys. If I make 5 phone calls today because I'm super busy and that's all I can make, then that's it. And eventually I do that long enough, I'm going to find someone that not only wants to take the product, they don't want to miss this. They're like, no, I don't want to miss this. It's not, I don't have residual income, and they're going to join me in the business. And then they make 5 phone calls. I make 5, they get 5, right? Now that's 10. 10 would be really hard for me in the beginning when I had 6 corporations. And we're both going to do calls, and we're going to find a third person that says, yes, I'm not missing this. I want to do this with my buddies. And now we've got 15 phone calls. And then another one joins, and we got 20 phone calls. Now, I can't do 20 a day. And then another one joins, and you get the point, guys. It's leverage. Other people are building their networks, and the question is, are you taking advantage of it? Guys, social entrepreneurism is here. If I'm going to say this bluntly, if you are not using social media to earn money, why not? Why not? I know people who have earned millions of dollars with social media, okay? And that's just one aspect. I'm not saying that's how we build this. I said before that, word of mouth, relationships is the most powerful way to build this business. And what are we doing? We're sharing the information of a publicly traded company with university research, with a product that can make them feel better, think better, and live better. I mean, come on, that is something you can get behind and share. It's not a search engine. It's not like Google. I mean, Google's awesome, but I personally think improving someone's health is more important than searching something on the internet. So my thoughts there. I could get deep into the compensation plan. This is where the rubber meets the road. If you want to do it part-time, you're going to probably be in that Pro 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe Pro 5 area. Okay, so our Pro 5s are averaging about $2,000 a month. Our Pro 4s are averaging about $1,000 a month, and that is very part-time. I can tell you guys, my wife and I did LifeVantage part-time until we were Pro 8s. That's over $20,000 a month. And at that point, my wife and I had to make a decision. Like, I had surpassed my traditional income. And at that point, we decided we wanted to do this full-time. And we became Master Pro 10s. And you can see the income of a Master Pro 10. And I'll tell you this, we'd never done it before. This is our very first time we've ever been in this type profession. I told people I would never do this because I thought it was something else. If you've done this before, or you did it 10 years ago, or you did it 5 years ago, it's changed, it's different. And if you've never done it with us, it's different. This is just a different company with a different culture, a different way of paying distributors with an amazingly different product line that's so unique. We're very excited to share this with people. And honestly, the way we make money is by helping other people make money as well. We just need to know what you want out of it. There's our apps. I could go into great detail about what they are. They are improving. At our event in November, we're rolling out some new technology, big data, machine learning. Guys, these big companies, have you ever noticed when you search something on Google that it's automatically on your Facebook account? Like, how'd that happen? Like, how'd they know I wanted a t-shirt? Yeah, it's called machine learning, big data, and we are getting that. We are going into this world in November for us as distributors. Phenomenal. I can't wait to elevate our game there. And I'm going to conclude with this. These are headlines. So how Google's Calico is a company, guys, aims to, well, I can't see my pictures over the screen there, solve death, right? Google's project to cure death, Calico announces a $1.5 billion research center. Google reportedly investing hundreds of millions into life extension company Calico. So we started this presentation with Google, 1998, we didn't know who they are. 2015, 16, 17, now Google has so much money, they're looking at sectors of where the trends are going. People, guys, are wanting to live longer, wanting to be healthier longer, and cash-rich companies like Google are spending billions of dollars, billions. And I'm going to conclude with this. This is a wake-up call. This is a press release from 2016. The NIA study confirms Protandim NRF2 Synergizer extends life. What about that for a headline? A new study from the National Institute of Aging shows that Protandim extends life in test animals, right? I'll kind of maybe paraphrase this a little bit. A new study sponsored by the NIA, didn't say sponsored by LifeVantage, sponsored by the National Institute of Aging, that's a government-funded study, found that developers and the users of LifeVantage held to be true for a long time. This is what they found, okay? As part of this study, they were looking for treatments for potential to extend lifespan and delay disease and dysfunction, and therefore extend lifespan. Researchers provided the supplement Protandim, trademarked Nerf2 Synergizer, to male mice in a rigorous and careful controlled study. The result, Protandim was proven to significantly increase the lifespan of a male mice by 7%, and the findings for the females were around 3%, okay? Since the NIA's program's inception in 1999, Protandim is the only natural supplement tested that has been proven to increase the survival of mice, thus delaying the aging process. Guys, Protandim was chosen for tested based on positive indications on its ability to suppress tumor-promoting oxidative stress, cell proliferation, and inflammation, and the ability to protect the heart from oxidative stress, fibrosis, in studies published prior to 2010. Guys, they tested other things. It says, listen, some of the other recognized nutritional substances included fish oil, curcumin, green tea, resveratrol. None of these individual ingredients were shown to increase lifespan. Protandim was, drop the mic. Drop the mic, guys. That's the National Institute of Aging. Google spending billions. We've got the National Institute of Aging confirming what we have, guys. Do you see that? That's why you were invited to this. You may not have understood it. You still may not understand it, but I hope you understand now why you were invited to this, because there's a wave. The wave has been created. We are telling people, and believe me, this wave is getting bigger and stronger. People need this. They need to be healthier, and if they're going to live longer, they need to have money that will live with them, and it's not going to happen trading hours for dollars. Guys, thank you for being on here tonight. Get with the person that put you on here. I know I was talking fast, but get with them, get started, become a team with us. We do this as a united group, and let's go change a lot of people's lives and make people happy. Put some smiles on some faces, guys. My name is Brandon Cunningham. Thanks for joining me. I'm out. See ya.